Hello, everyone, and welcome to Moms of Math Momcast. Today, I am Tabatha Rainwater, and I am joined here with Francia Zelaya and Tanya Forman, and we are going to talk about mother scholars that are graduate students in mathematics teacher education. Francia and Tanya, why is this topic important to both of you?
This topic is very important to me because I think that oftentimes we are in the small number of participants in PhD programs. And in my case, I work in industry full time and pursuing my PhD part time. And so I have to juggle being a mom, being an employee, being a citizen, and handling domestic responsibilities as well as managing parenting responsibilities and then getting all of my schoolwork completed.
Why is it important to me? Because actually all of these responsibilities we have are so important. Being a mom, work, and studying to have a better future, even for ourselves, for our families, and for our children. But also, it's extremely exhausting and complicated and challenging. That sometimes you feel you cannot do it, but you have to push yourself to be better moms, to be better students, to be better workers. And how can you balance all of this without any other help? Is so frustrating. So I think it's so important to have someone else or to have a community that also could feel how we are doing this by ourselves and to have someone to say, here I am to help you a little bit.
Tabatha, you're your mom also. You want to add to
I am
that?
a mother scholar. Yeah, I am a third-year doc student and mother scholar. I have 3 children and one with special needs. And so far as I know, I haven't met another mom to 3 kids, one with special needs in a PhD program, period. I look out in the sea of faces and I see no one. And so for me to have this relationship with you all, Tanya and Francia, this relationship acts as an effective site for resistance. Rochelle Gutierrez talks about how activism and cohort relationships can serve as sites of resistance, and the pressure that Francia was talking about of having so many important things to do, I resist here with you all. And I'm reminded of our value. Current research in mathematics education for mother scholars is being done and has been done at the faculty tenure track level. But there is a need for research to be done here in the graduate student level. I'm curious, Tanya and Francia, and I'll answer last, how your relationship with your children, specifically in your questioning your children, has benefited your understanding of qualitative research in mathematics education.
I would like to start my initial thought on that is I have to go back to my own mother, who unfortunately had to deal with cancer, so she had left the workforce. And I remember her coining the phrase that she was a domestic engineer because she knew that I wanted to be an engineer. And that really was the first time that I had an appreciation for how much she had to do being a mom. And I'm the baby of 7. And then now I have 5 children. All of my children are over 18, but that does not necessarily mean they are fully operating as adults. And so they still need me on a regular basis, whether that's consultation, and I'm constantly questioning them to help them make better decisions, help them think about the entire landscape as they approach life, whether they're in school themselves or actually working. And so it's a never ending job being a mom. And so I certainly enjoy having this conversation with you, other moms today. Francia?
Well, for me, it's my mom couldn't finish the university, but to me, she was everything because she was a full mom and she was working with us, doing homework and everything. With my son, um, even though I've been doing like craft project with him, and I sit with him I try to do it every day and teach him math and teaching how to read and teaching using both languages, Spanish and English. Um, I would like that he can see myself as an inspiration for him to never no fail, but to never give up. And I can see now like he's very good at math. I don't have any problems with that. But I feel like I cannot give him more attention of being mom and son because all of the struggles we have to deal every single day and all of the homeworks and all of the expectations we have to accomplish for family, for friends, for ourselves, for our kids, and for our professors.
Yeah, in the article written by Lily Coe, Agency of Women of Color in Physics and Astronomy, Strategies for Persistence and Success, she suggested that isolation can be combated proactively by having a strong peer network that can provide us with support not only in the mathematics education content, but navigate the climate of higher education. And Coe suggests that we find friends with skill sets that complement ours, as well as those that can provide consistent, strong emotional support. And that was on page 190 of her article. And I think the three of us have found complements with each other. So I know that I identify with the disabled community, and the strengths that I bring relate to medical issues. And I got to tell you, this strong peer network that we have in this virtual platform has been the blockbuster ending our isolation. I haven't felt isolated on Zoom with you all.
I'm glad you said that, Tabatha, because I think, being a woman of color, I can certainly identify with challenges as well, particularly in business and industry where there is an underrepresentation of women of color in those science fields. And I certainly appreciate that reading where we were able to identify with some of the women that the authors discussed and the various recommendations that they made for women of color who are trying to pursue scientist careers. And I've certainly lived that, been in the field for over 30 years. And I'd like to go back to something that you said earlier about the need for more research. I do think that we should, sound the horn that we need additional research in this area so that the universities will understand the challenges that we face. And while they may see a classroom of people, we need them to see moms also and the challenges that we are having juggling children and appointments and responsibilities. So certainly enjoy having this discussion with you all today.
Yeah, I would also like to add this. During this period of time, first semester, I studied a PhD in a different country, being an international mom, and experiencing different things like social justice, equity, and all of these topics we talk about. But actually, I've been thinking like, we talk every day in our classes about equity and social justice, but is this real going with us? Like being a mom and studying? Is it being equitable to us? I think we sometimes try to research about things, but we are not doing hands-on on these real topics that we are talking about. And so having these conversations and speaking out for other people, it's our way to open a door to have social justice and to be equitable.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I would think that the authors that we've been reading would as well. I know that Coe says that when we are activists, for those that we identify with, that it can be a form of liberation, which Paulo Freire says only those who are oppressed can free themselves. Liberation must come from within. So in some regards, here we are with our complementary minoritized identities with the overlap of motherhood, saying we band together and we are going to break free. We suggest that there is more research done on how to support students like us, and that there are professors who put parenting policies in their syllabus so that when you have a student that's a parent, they know what to expect in your class. Any final words, Tanya, before you get a basketball thrown at you?
I would just like to say that I really believe that we have a voice, and this podcast is certainly a good way to start utilizing our voice to be our own advocates. So personally, I appreciate this opportunity for us to have that discussion and to even help structure a pathway for us as we move in this space, bring more awareness, and hopefully get others on board to help have this discussion about moms in mathematics. Thank you.
Well, I just want to say thank you both for sharing stories and for helping each other when we need some help, for understanding other moms, and for trying to start something different to be recognized and to say, we understand you and we are going to do something to have something better for all of us.
And I think that that is the socio-political turn of doctoral students, Mothers of Mathematics, Momcast conclusion. Thank you all for joining Francia Zelaya, Tanya Forman, and Tabatha Rainwater on today's podcast. Hope you'll tune in. We don't know when the next one will be because we all have laundry and dinner and dishes.